Hey guys, welcome back to the Junk Food Zombie channel. I have what should actually turn out to be a quick video for you today. I know I say that often and it doesn't always happen that way, but this should be a quick video. I'm gonna actually tell you guys about a product that I like to use. It's not something I do very often, but when I find something that I like, that works really well, I kind of like to spread the word about it and help you guys out. For you Revolver guys out there, and by Revolver guys I mean any good red-blooded American, you all know, or at least with stainless revolvers, it's not as easy to notice on a blue revolver, but you all know the struggle with burn rings on the cylinder. Let's see if we can get it looking good. You all know that, and you know that you can take cleaning solvent and a wire brush to it, and it does not want to come off. It's like it's part of the metal. I don't know why it is you can't get it off with a metal brush, like a brass brush, like a gun cleaning brush, but it don't want to come off. So what I have for you is something that's going to make your life much, much easier. Many of you guys may already know about this, but I recommended this to my dad. He had never heard of it. He does a lot of cowboy shooting, and he's got some stainless revolvers, and it was a godsend for us. It's called Birchwood Casey Lead Remover and Polishing Cloth. It removes leading, burn rings, and carbon residue. And when it says it removes burn rings, they're not kidding. It really removes burn rings. I'm also going to tell you about an alternative to this, but I'm going to show you the product first. All it is this comes in this cloth. It's a heavy cloth impregnated with some sort of, I don't know what it is, some sort of compound. And all I do is I cut it into, now it comes in a Ziploc bag. You want to keep it closed because you don't want it to dry out. I just cut it into 1x1 squares is all I do. You take this, and the stuff is like a miracle. Take it. Now I haven't put any solvent or anything on this gun. It's dry. You just put it on the cylinder and rub with your thumb. Firmly. You don't have to rub real hard. And this gun is really, really dirty. I mean, this is the worst my burn rings have ever been. Normally I would have had some solvent on this before and wiped it off, but if you see how that's coming off, it's really coming off. I am not pushing hard. I'm pushing firmly, not very hard, but firmly. And like I said, this has been on here for a while. Actually, this gun's been sitting for probably 3 weeks without being cleaned. I usually clean my guns faster than that. It's clean now, though. I clean the gun, but the burn rings will never come off with a solvent. But you can see that cylinder throat right there is beautiful. It's absolutely spotless, as opposed to this one here or these two here. It really works, and it's quick. You can get this whole cylinder cleaned in a couple minutes. It works great. I can't really recommend it enough. It's awesome stuff, and if you've ever had the headache of having burn rings and trying to get rid of them and wondering why in God's name anything short of a nuclear bomb won't take this stuff off, this works. I mean, I'm just sitting here scrubbing away, and I've already got another one done. And these are the dirtiest burn rings I've ever had on this thing. And I'm just putting a little bit of elbow grease in there, not a ton. And every a little 1x1 patch like this will generally clean your whole cylinder. You get you know, about three rings out of it, and flip it over and use the other side. Now, what I'm going to tell you about as an alternative, when I opened this up, I noticed it smelled like something familiar to me the first time, and I couldn't place it, but I was able to smell something familiar. For those of you who have ever done any car detailing, this stuff is called Never Dull. I notice it smells quite a bit like this. So, on a hunch, because it says that it cleans and polishes all metals, so it's safe for all metals, I gave it a shot. Now, this Never Dull is really old. I don't have a new can of this. This has got to be, gosh, I would say probably at least 3 years old, maybe 4 or 5 years old. It comes in this little, like, wad material. You take it out. This stuff's a little dried out. It's not as effective as it would be if it were new. And you do the same thing. Now, I've already done a cylinder to test it, to make sure that this stuff was basically the same thing, and it is. If you see, I still have some burn ring here on that cylinder. And I'll just start scrubbing with the Never Dull. and it's kind of like almost like a heavy cotton kind of feel to it. But when you scrub with this, and that burn ring will start to come off. So they both work. Now that Birchwood Casey stuff is fantastic. It works great. It's easy to keep in your gun cleaning kit because it's in a little plastic, bag. If you were going to use the Never Dull, I would suggest putting it in a Ziploc bag because this is kind of a big can to keep in a gun kit, but is in a cleaning kit. But as you can see, it's cleaning that burn ring off pretty well. It's not quite as fast as the other stuff, but like I said, this stuff is old. It's really old, and I used it more as an experiment to see if it would work, and it is working. So it'll get those burn rings off as well as the other stuff. And like I said, I'm hardly scrubbing. I'm just giving a bit of a firm push, and it's getting those burn rings off. I still got one left over here that's only half clean from cleaning next to it. But I mean, it works. And you can polish. I mean, it polishes metal. You can use it to clean up any spots you may have on it. The other stuff will do the same, and it's also good for cleaning lead. It'll haze over a little bit like a wax, and you can just wipe it off. But I figured I'd tell you guys about that if you've never known about them. This stuff, I think, is about $7. And I got mine at Gander Mountain. You can probably find places that are more reasonably priced than Gander Mountain, but it's the only place around here that had it. It works great. Not everybody has a place nearby that might have this in stock. You might have to order it online. That's fine, but if you got to pay shipping, it might get a little expensive. So this is a really good alternative because you're going to find this in every automotive store on the planet and Walmart in the car detailing section where they have all the waxes and washes and all that. This is very easy to get your hands on. I think this whole can is probably about $6 or $7 if I remember. It's been a while since I bought it, but less than $10, I believe. So cost effectively, this will last you a very long time. Just keep the can sealed so it don't dry out. I hope that helped you guys out a little bit. For those of you who do deal with revolvers and burn rings, like I said, a lot of people don't know about it, and for those of you who don't, I'm trying to help you out. That's it, guys. Pretty short today, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye. Look at that. It's like a mirror. I can see myself in it. Oh my god, am I really that ugly?